Good morning to all the students. Today we will see force analysis. Therefore, before seeing the force analysis, please draw this diagram. Force analysis of helical gear. PA is nothing but axial force PR, radial force PT, tangential force. Psi is nothing but helix angle. Alpha n means normal pressure angle. Please draw these three diagrams. Then I will tell. Draw these three diagrams. Roll number 40, Khandagre, what is your problem? Hello, Khandagre, Rohit Khandagre, what is your problem? Hello, Rohit Khandagre, what is your problem? Okay, now this is the helical gear, pitch cylinder of helical gear. Now these are the center lines of the teeth. Now from this diagram, triangle ABC has been taken. ABC. It indicates AC line indicates resultant force P. AB line indicates radial force. And angle between BC and AC is normal pressure angle, that is alpha n. Similarly, triangle BDC has been taken from this diagram BDC. Therefore, DC indicates tangential force PT, BD indicate axial force PA, and angle between DC and BC is equal to psi, that is helix angle. Therefore, please write down this: the resultant force P acting on the teeth or tooth of a helical gear is resolved into three components, that is tangential force Pt, radial force Pr, and axial force Pa. Therefore, write down where Pt is equal to tangential component in Newton, Pr is equal to radial component in Newton, Pa is equal to axial or thrust component in Newton. The normal pressure angle alpha n is in the plane ABC shaded by dots, while helix angle psi is in the lower plane BCD. Therefore, alpha n is in the plane ABC, whatever we have taken here, triangle ABC. Similarly, helix angle psi is in the plane BDC. BDC. I think you have drawn the figures. Therefore, same figures I have taken. Therefore, you write down from triangle ABC, PR is equal to P sin alpha n. PR is equal to P sin alpha n, that is sin alpha n they have taken, sin alpha n is equal to PR upon P. Therefore, PR is equal to P sin alpha n, equation A. Now, PR, radial force P. Similarly, cos alpha n we have to take. So, therefore, cos alpha n is equal to BC upon P. Therefore, BC bar is equal to P cos alpha n. Therefore, it is equation B. Now, from triangle BDC, similarly, we have to find out sin psi and cos psi. Sin psi is equal to PA upon BC. Therefore, PA or axial force PA is equal to BC sin psi, where BC is equal to, we have to substitute value of BC from equation B. Therefore, axial force PA is equal to P cos alpha n into sin psi, equation C. Similarly, tangential force PT is equal to BC cos psi. We have taken cos psi angle. Cos psi is equal to DC upon BC, where DC is nothing but tangential force PT. Therefore, PT upon BC. Therefore, PT is equal to BC cos psi, which is equal to P cos alpha n into cos psi, equation D. We have substituted value of BC in equation C and D, then we have got equation C and D. Please write down this. Therefore, from equations C and D, PA is equal to PT tan psi. Therefore, what we have done? Dividing equation C and D. By dividing equation C by D, what we will get? PA divided by PT is equal to P cos alpha n into sin psi divided by P cos alpha n cos psi. Therefore, this P cos alpha n P cos alpha n will get cancelled. Therefore, we are getting PA is equal to PT tan psi. Equation D. Sorry, consider this as equation E. Consider this as equation. This is the equation E. Therefore, from equations A and E you take now. From equations, 1 minute. This is the equation E you have to consider. And here also you have to write from equations A and E. We are getting PR is equal to PT into tan of alpha n divided by cos of psi, where alpha n is normal pressure angle, psi is helix angle. Therefore, the tangential component is calculated from the relationship PT is equal to 2mt divided by D, where mt is equal to torque transmitted. Mt is equal to torque transmitted that we are getting from kilowatt, that is power, where mt is equal to torque transmitted in Newton mm and D is equal to pitch circle diameter in mm. Therefore, please write down this from equation C and D, PA is equal to PT tan psi, equation E. Therefore, from equations A and E, equation A is PR is equal to P sine of alpha n. Therefore, PR is equal to, this is correct from equations A and D. Write down this. PR is equal to PT into tan of alpha n divided by cos of psi from equations A and D. Therefore, the tangential component is calculated from the relationship PT is equal to 2mt divided by D, where mt is equal to torque transmitted in Newton mm, D is equal to pitch circle diameter in mm. Now, in examples of gear tooth forces, it is often required to find out the magnitude and direction of the three components. The magnitudes are determined by using the following four equations. Therefore, write down these four equations. Torque transmitted is equal to 60 into 10 raised to 6 into kilowatt, that is power transmitted in kilowatt, divided by 2 pi np. Tangential force PT is equal to 2mt divided by dp. Radial force PR is equal to PT into tan of alpha n divided by cos of psi. And axial force PA is equal to PT tan psi, where suffix P is used for pinion. Please write down this. Okay, I think you have written this. Therefore, the following information is required in order to decide the direction of the three components. First, which is the driving element and which is the driven element. That is, whether pinion is driver or gear is the driver. Is the pinion rotating in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction? What is the hand of the helix? Is it right-handed or left-handed? Therefore, these three criteria we have to apply while deciding the direction of the three components of the forces, that is tangential force, radial force and axial force. The directions of tangential and radial components are decided by the same method that is used for spur gears. Tangential component PT. The direction of tangential component for a driving gear is opposite to the direction of the rotation. The direction of tangential component for a driven gear is same as the direction of rotation. Please remember this. Radial component PR. The radial component of the pinion acts towards the center of the pinion. The radial component on the gear acts towards the center of the gear. Now thrust component or axial component. The following guidelines can be used to determine the direction of the thrust component. First, select the driving gear from the pair. Use right hand for RH helix and left hand for LH helix. Keep the fingers in the direction of rotation of the gear and the thumb will indicate the direction of the thrust component for the driving gear. The direction of the thrust component for the driven gear will be opposite to that for the driving gear. Therefore, these are the considerations. Now we will solve the problem. Please write down the problem. A pair of parallel helical gears is shown in figure. A 5 kilowatt power at 720 rpm is supplied to the pinion A through its shaft. The normal module is 5 mm and the pressure angle is 20 degree. The pinion has right hand teeth while the gear has left hand teeth. The helix angle is 30 degree. The pinion rotates in clockwise direction when seen from the left side of the page. Determine the components of the tooth force and draw a free body diagram showing the forces acting on the pinion and the gear. Therefore, please write down the problem and draw this diagram. We will solve this problem. Okay, I think you have written the problem. Now we'll solve the problem. Solution. First of all, we'll write down given quantities. Now what is given first of all? Power transmitted they are given. Kilowatt is equal to 5. Then speed of pinion they are given. NA is equal to 720 RPM. Similarly, number of teeth they are given. ZA is equal to 20. ZB is equal to 30. Normal module they are given. MN is equal to 5 mm. Press helix angle they have given. Helix angle psi is equal to psi is equal to 30 degree. Is it correct? Yes, helix angle 30 degree and normal pressure angle 20 degree. Alpha n is equal to 20 degree. Therefore, whatever we have seen, these four formulas we have to use, that is torque transmitted, tangential force, then PR, radial force and axial force or thrust force. Therefore, this A indicates pinion. You just see A indicates pinion, B indicates gear, because pinion is having less number of teeth, gear is having large number of teeth. Therefore, number of teeth on pinion is equal to ZA is equal to 20. Number of teeth on gear ZB is equal to 30. ZA is equal to 20, ZB is equal to 30. Pinion is right handed and gear is left handed. Therefore, we'll solve the problem now. Now from the power transmission, we'll calculate torque transmitted. Therefore, since motor is connected to the gear A, therefore we have to take speed of the motor. Therefore, speed of the motor is nothing but speed of the gear A, because motor is directly connected to gear A. Therefore, write down the formula. Kilowatt is equal to kilowatt is equal to 2 pi Na into MTA divided by 60 into 10 raised to 6. Therefore, calculate torque transmitted by gear A. Substitute the values. 5 is equal to 2 pi into 720 into torque transmitted by gear A divided by 60 into 10 raised to 6. Therefore, calculate torque transmitted by gear A in Newton mm. What is the answer? Hello? Anyone can tell answer?
66.31 into 10 raised to 3.
66.31 into 10 raised to 3. Yes. 66.31 into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm. Now, from the torque transmitted, we calculate now tangential force. Therefore, what is the formula of tangential force? PT is equal to 2 MT A upon dA. dA means pitch circle diameter of gear A. Now what is the formula of pitch circle diameter in case of helical gear? Pitch circle diameter of helical gear A is equal to ZA into Mn divided by cos of psi, which is equal to ZA is equal to 20 into 5 divided by cos of 30 degree. What is the value of dA in mm?
115.47.
115.47. 115.47 mm. Now substitute value of dA in equation of tangential force. Calculate tangential force. Therefore tangential force PT is equal to 2 into 66.31 into 10 raised to 3 divided by dA means how much? 115.47. Therefore calculate tangential force PT. What is the answer? In Newton.
1.14 into 10 raised to 3.
1.14 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. Yes, correct. Now calculate axial force. This is the first value. Axial force PA or thrust force PA is equal to what is formula? PT tan psi. PT into tan of psi, which is equal to 1.14 into 10 raised to 3 into tan of 30 degree. Therefore thrust force or axial force PA is equal to, what is the answer? Hello.
663.95.
663.95 Newton. All other students should solve this, because examination will be there. Don't think that only objective type exam will be there. Then radial force PR. What is formula? PT into bracket tan of alpha n divided by cos of psi. Therefore substitute the values. 1.14 into 10 raised to 3 into bracket tan of alpha n 20 degree divided by cos of 30 degree. Calculate radial force. Radial force PR is equal to, what is the answer?
483.32.
483.32 Newton. Therefore our 50% problem is over. Now we have to show these components on the diagram. Therefore I think please write down. Those who have not written, please write. Okay, I think you have written. Then we will see the diagram. Therefore, please draw the diagram. I will explain how these forces are there. Draw this diagram. Now see here, pinion is the driver. Therefore, since pinion is rotating clockwise, therefore tangential force on the pinion will act in anti-clockwise direction. Means like this. Similarly, since pinion drives the gear, therefore the gear will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, tangential force will be in the same direction as that of the rotation, that is in anti-clockwise direction. Now, radial force. Radial force is known as separating force. Therefore, always radial force will be directed towards the center. Therefore, PR, direction of PR will be like this. Now, how to show thrust force PA? How to show thrust force PA? Therefore, just I will read how to show thrust force PA. We have seen here thrust force PA. Select the driving gear from the pair. Use right hand for RH helix and left hand for LH helix. Keep the fingers in the direction of rotation of the thumb, in the direction of rotation of the gear, and thumb will indicate the direction of the thrust component of the driving gear. Therefore, since this pinion rotates in clockwise direction, therefore you have to hold your right hand. Since this is right hand helix, we have to use that right hand screw rule. Therefore, if you will apply right hand screw rule to the gear A, axial force PA or thrust force PA is in this direction, and this on the gear it will be in opposite direction. Therefore, show it like this. Therefore, this is your PT, because pinion rotates in clockwise direction. It is the driving gear. Therefore, for driving gear, PT will be in anti-clockwise direction. Now, since gear rotates in anti-clockwise direction, gear is driven gear. Therefore, tangential force will be in the same direction. Now radial force is known as separating force, and radial means you are knowing radial line. Radial line means it always passes through the center. Therefore, this is PR. This is PR. This indicates PR. Now axial force by applying right hand screw rule. Axial force is in this direction, PA for pinion, and it is in opposite direction for the gear. It's like this. This is tangential force. Therefore, please draw this and we will stop here. Write down your roll number in chat box. Thank you very much.